A few months ago, we set out to create an iPhone app based on one of our popular training videos from our website, Video Copilot. Now, in this tutorial, we teach people how to create a demon using Adobe After Effects. Now, our goal was to create an iPhone app that allowed anyone to create this effect. Because who doesn't want demon-making abilities while they're riding the subway? Well, I guess you don't really need it on the subway, but other places. Our biggest challenge was teaching people how to use this app in a fun and entertaining way. So since we run a visual effects website, we came up with the idea to create a short film that not only teaches people how to use the app, but also helps promote it as well. Now, even if the app doesn't quite make it, we still have all this great content that we can share with our visual effects community and hopefully allow them to learn from some real-world projects. Plus, it was a good excuse to do some visual effects and maybe blow a few things up. Hey, what's up? My name is Andrew Kramer, and today we're gonna go behind the scenes with our brand new iPhone app, Demon Cam. We put all of our favorite things into this app. We created a movie, we have demons, we have hot chicks, things exploding, pretty much everything you would wanna have in an iPhone app. So hopefully we can have some fun taking a look at everything that went into it, and maybe you can answer this question. Why did we put so much work into an iPhone app? I have no idea. One of the very first elements that we created was the main menu for the actual iPhone app. Now, we want it to be this really colorful room, maybe from the Renaissance, and it has a crystal ball, it has some evil cards, and you can actually see the chalice from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. The crystal ball was actually just added into our scene to make it seem a little bit more mystical, and it was also really easy to make. You just create a sphere and you're done. And then later, we designed the film promo around the crystal ball and just try to give it a little bit more purpose. When someone actually clicks on the start button, the room turns evil, it gets dark, and wind starts blowing through, and one of the things we wanted to do was have the book open up and the pages go flying everywhere. So instead of creating it in 3D, we thought maybe we should try to film it instead. All right, now, like any respectable film crew, you need to have a lot of duct tape. I'm talking boxes of this stuff. If the boxes break, you can use the duct tape to fix the boxes. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be taping down this book so it doesn't blow away. Obviously, with a high-powered air compressor, we don't want the book to fly off. You know, it's a very expensive book. It's actually an antique book, probably worth, you know, millions of dollars, frankly. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is gonna open it up. And remember, this is a very expensive book, so we wanna be, shoot, that's okay. We can fix this. Like I said, I mean, this book is worth $50,000 at least. The price kind of went down a little bit because of the, well, maybe it went up. I don't know. What we want to do is tape the book down so that it doesn't get blown away. Now the air is going to be coming from this direction, and since the camera is shooting this way, we won't see the duct tape behind the book. Action! For some of the shots in the film, we had to use the magic of chroma keying. We wanted our actor to be inside of a dark cave. So we shot them on the green screen, and he's also holding a green ball that allows us to replace the ball later and put in some magic and some smoke. A couple of shakes. Nice. I've been using that shake weight, so. So we had our stand-in green screen crystal ball that we would interchange with our real crystal ball, and it allows us to put things inside of the crystal ball when people's hands cross over, and that way we don't have to paint out the hands later. We can just key it out, add the stuff back in, and it just makes the workflow a lot easier. For another shot in the film, we had the Enchantress coming out of a portal. Now, we were on set at this Renaissance room, so we brought along a portable green screen. Now, the nice thing about this is we can set it up, but then we can take it down, and the lighting of the scene will match the actual original photography. So when we put the background back in, it looks like it was part of the original scene. Now, even though our film was pretty low budget, we wanted to add some really big establishing shots. One of the tricks we used was transforming ordinary stock footage. For one of the shots, we're flying through the mountains, and we used a cool plugin from the Foundry called Camera Tracker, and this allowed us to put things like the clouds and the mist into 3D space, as well as the jagged, evil-looking mountains. Again, we used the same technique to transform this shot into a nighttime castle scene that was used as the establishing shot. One of the more challenging shots was our character holding the crystal ball in the medieval corridor. Hey, how's it going? I'm here with Shai, and he's wearing the Video Copilot Renaissance / criminal outfit. We have like a woman's blouse, a woman's fur coat, and this is definitely like real animals, like maybe cat or something, so it's quite nice. Okay, so he's holding the orb, and as he reveals it to us, we actually want the light to come up on his face. So down here we have Tino. Show us what you got going on. Piece of cardboard, easy. As he opens it up, Tino's revealing the light so that his face lights up. Now, because the camera was moving, we had to create a real three-dimensional set. Plus, it gives the shot bigger scope with the large pillars and the fire. And we used a program called Adobe After Effects, which is like Photoshop for animated visual effects. So after our hero falls to his death, we wanted to have a shot of his hand next to the crystal ball. Sometimes in order to make a shot look good, you have to do a little bit of hard work. Now in this case, we're gonna be taking some of these bricks and building a partial set. We got the last brick in place, and the thing about this is you spend a lot of time doing something. It makes a big difference in the production values. So in this case, we built this whole structure, took a few hours, and it looks great. So spending quality time makes a big difference. One of the biggest effect shots in the film was the crystal ball being smashed into a million pieces. I knew it was going to be a challenging shot, so it was the first one that we started on. First thing we did was recreate it in 3D Max using a tool called Rayfire, and it basically creates a whole bunch of small pieces from that orb. So the way it works is as each piece of glass breaks off, it spawns 10 more microparticles. So instead of having thousands of glass pieces, we actually have tens of thousands of pieces. So if you can imagine, you have thousands of pieces that are colliding and bouncing off each other, and they're all related in the same simulation. So it can take a lot of really powerful computing to generate. What's funny is we're using some really high-end computers. We have the HP Z800, state-of-the-art. I do feature film work on it, and yet, we're using all this power to create a little movie that plays on your iPhone. And for a final touch, we added some digital depth of field to make the glass pieces kind of pop out a little bit more and allow you to focus on the small piece of glass that comes to the lens.
For Demon Cow. What's the term? On location. On location.
One of my most favorite things was shooting the medieval scene on location. Thanks to our good friend David, we were able to use his guest house, which is designed like a medieval room and has some great details. Bottom line is, I'm just really impressed with this room. Just the detail, you know. We've got chandeliers literally from the 16th century. Stuff on the wall, spears, maps. And look at this. This is unbelievable. You have a phone, a Panasonic. It's got full dialing, large buttons. Unbelievable. About a week before filming, I finished writing the story, and then on the day, we had a pretty good idea about what we were gonna do. Kind of slide her aside because you want to see
I was
this.
like, oh,
Right,
okay,
right,
she's
right.
not trying to kill me. Okay, great.
So we went through everything that we were going to be shooting.
So it'd be like shooting a movie where we just do little pieces at a time. Oh, and action, I believe.
We decided to shoot this scene with the Sony f3 Cine Alta camera. Now, what's great about this camera is that it uses real cinema lenses, just like the Red and just like real film cameras. One of the challenges was shooting the entire scene in 7 hours. So we had to go over all the shots, the blocking, check focus, and get all of the coverage we needed in a pretty limited amount of time. What was that? We got this crazy guy. He was gonna do it too. All right, here we go. One of the things that really helped us out was we had dolly tracks that ran along the entire side of our set. What this allowed us to do is use this camera jib that has a camera attached to it that allows it to rotate 360 degrees. So what we could do is we could move the camera to one end, shoot all of the master shots, move the camera on the dolly, and shoot all of the reverse shots. So we didn't have to keep setting the camera up at different locations. Once everything got going, it went really fast and we were able to get all the coverage. Plus we had more control over doing more dynamic shots where the camera moves in and flies around. So it was a great little setup and allowed us to shoot a lot of things in a really short amount of time.
So we got this crystal ball, and it was not easy to find. We tried to steal one from the psychics, but they knew we were coming, and they put it away.
One of the cool things about this room is it had fire torches on the mantle and on the wall and a few other places. The one by the door actually was real fire in the background, but the other ones had just regular light bulbs. So what we did was add real burning fire on top of the light bulbs, and we actually used our Action Essentials 2 collection to make that look really natural. Our actresses, Janae and Nicolette, they didn't really have any idea about what the scene was about. They knew it was for an app, they knew what the app did. So on the day, we're just kind of going over everything that we're gonna be doing, and I don't think it really even made a lot of sense to them. I'm not sure it makes a lot of sense now, but they were great. You know, they had a lot of energy, and they just helped bring this whole thing to life. And I did pick out the costumes, actually. Thanks again for watching this behind the scenes video for Demon Cam. And if you're interested in creating visual effects or motion graphics on your own, please come check out our site, videocopilot.net. Tons of free tutorials. Just jump in there and maybe you'll see what's possible. Thanks again. I'm Andrew Kramer for Video Copilot, and we'll see you next time. I want to take a brief time out to talk to you about our brand new sponsor, the Chuck Norris Transformer. And it's a fantastic dietary supplement. Charles was great enough to sponsor our show here, and we just wanted to give it a try and talk about it some more. We just got a box in, so let's see here. Oh, it's good. It's got a beef jerky, wood chip kind of flavor. Not bad, not bad. That's good. What the heck? I feel like a ninja. Did you see that? This stuff really works. Now we're talking. Texas, here I come. This thing's got real bullets.